Good evening, everyone, and welcome to join me today, 19th of January 2020, as we continue the awareness for Nigeria disintegration, restoration of Biafra, and Biafra independence. Thank you for joining me today. Again, we will be waiting for at least 500 viewers before we start. Mado Olisanwoku, thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me this Sunday. We are waiting for other viewers to join, and we keep the ball rolling. Thank you, Adedoyin, Aderinola, Michael Lijua. Thank you for joining me, Ken Best. You are welcome, my own Uche Aquare. You are welcome, Dochie Cletus, JP. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Osato, Richard, Afam Ede from Ebonyi State. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Mwa for Biafra. Thank you, Michael Ali Joe. We are waiting for 500 viewers, and we start the continuous awareness for Nigeria disintegration and why you must support the disintegration of Nigeria. Fidelis, thank you for joining me. Donatus Paul, Chukunonso Joseph, thank you for joining me. We wait for 500 viewers and we start. Martin, thank you. Chris Uche, thank you for joining me. Happy Sunday to you all. Michael Bone Agbo, thank you for joining me. Okay, thank you for joining me. Chibuzo Stephen, thank you for joining me. Obonna, thank you for joining me. Yes, Uche Aquari, I see you. You guys have waited for me. And of course, we are doing a lot of underground work. 500, now we go. This is my live video of 19th January 2020. And the reason for this live video is the continuous awareness for Nigeria disintegration, for restoration of Biafra Republic, and also the reason why you must join hand to work for the betterment of Biafra, and the reason why you must, as a Biafran or as Oduduwa, as a Yoruba person, you must wake up and realize that Nigeria is irredeemable. Nigeria can never walk again. So the people that you see today that are shouting one Nigeria are benefiting one thing or the other. And the truth is that whatever you are benefiting today as a one Nigerian apologist, and you are living in Nigeria, whatever you are benefiting today as a Nigerian is not secured. It can vanish into the thin air at any given point in time. So if you are in Nigeria today and you are following politicians, and you are a politician, or that you are following politicians and you think you are benefiting from something from them, that you can feed your family 3 times a day, it is not guaranteed. Immediately that politician you are following loses his election or office, you become poor. That is not even after a few months, immediately. And those politicians that you are following, their life is not secured. So we must realize and come to terms with this reality that we need a country that you cannot depend on politicians to survive. You don't need politicians to buy guns for you and buy weapons for you so you can make your living by thuggery. That is not the kind of country we want. Oduduwa will not be that kind of country. Biafra will not be that kind of country. And we thank God today that Oduduwas are waking up and they are ready to listen to us. They are ready not to listen to these Fulanis who are now pressurizing them with presidency to abandon the security of life and properties of Yoruba people. So thank you. Let us go to today's business. You people must have seen what is going on. I'm going to be shedding light to a lot of things that we have said in the past that are happening today. A lot of things that I have personally said in the past that is happening today. And this will now convince you people further that whenever we come on air to say something, whenever we come to say something about Nigeria, we are not just saying it because we are not into propaganda, we are not into lies. Whenever we come to air something, it is something that we are sure of. It is something that we have verified. It is something that we have seen through our intelligence services. It is something that we are very, very sure that we know exactly what we are saying. Whatever I have said for the past 3 months, almost all of them have happened as we are talking today. All the claims I have made against Yoruba land, they're all happening today right in front of our eyes. So, the presidency and the life of Yoruba people. When we started calling on Yorubas to wake up about the impending danger that is about to befall Yoruba land, a lot of Yoruba people think that we are just making it up. And thank God, they know exactly what we are saying. They have verified what we are saying. They know that we're not lying. And they know that we're not just making things up. But it shows the concern we have for Yoruba nation. And that concern we have is concern of brotherhood, concern of togetherness, concern of unity, concern of changing the narrative of yesterday, concern of changing every history. And we are rewriting the history. Every history, everything that has transpired between Igbos and Yoruba, this generation, we are changing it. So when we started this call on Yoruba people, it happens that they set up this Amotekon because the point is that we are going to continue to talk on this Amotekon for at least few months. For the next 2 months, we are going to be talking on this same Amotekon because it has actually exposed a lot of things and it has given whatever we have claimed the credibility, and we have exposed this Fulani people furthermore because of this Amotekon security outfit. You people also remember that we warned Yoruba people that this caliphate, they are going to stop at nothing to make sure that they scramble this Amotekon security outfit. Today it is happening. This is the reason why you can see a terrorist group called Miyatti Allah. A terrorist group can give order who becomes president in Nigeria. A terrorist group, Fulani Miyatti Allah, can give you the Niger Deltas, so-called Niger Deltas, you that have the oil. A Fulani from Chad, a Fulani from Senegal, a Fulani from Niger Republic, who are not even Nigerians. They came into Nigeria, formed this jihadist association, and now can give you order who becomes president of your own country. Isn't that a shame? And whenever we are talking, you think, when we are talking about Fulanization, about jihad, you people think we just, first of all, let me make it very clear tonight to most of you watching me. I am very, very comfortable. I can forget everything about Nigeria and move on. But guess what? I will not do that. Because the country I am living in now, it was people of this country that fought for independence of the country. And that is why I'm able to enjoy whatever I'm enjoying here today. And it was still human beings that gave you independence in 1960. And It is not that I cannot sit comfortable here and forget Nigeria for life, and heaven will not fall. But because everybody born in this life have their own responsibility. You have a purpose for coming to this life. And if you don't fulfill the purpose for which God created you to come to this life, you will have a lot of things to explain and answer to God. And if you are one of those that God has ordained, that one of your responsibility is to participate in liberating your people, and today, because you are receiving money from politicians, you have businesses, and you think that your business will be affected, or you have some things that interest, and you feel that if you begin to talk about Nigeria disintegration, your interest will be affected. Believe me, when you don't listen to God, when that time will come, you will lose everything you have, and you will still be talking about what God has created you to come to this life to talk about. So those of you that think that we are just talking, we are just making noise, the place I'm living today, the country I reside today, people fought for it. People died for it to be able to have independence and have their country, which everybody is running and selling their land to come to. This Europe that most of you are selling your properties, selling your land to be able to get a visa to travel to Europe, it was human beings that sacrificed their life to make that Europe what it is today. You know that? So, when we are talking in the spirit. If you see anybody coming to talk about Nigeria disintegration and you are real, no matter what, no matter the risk, no matter the enticement anybody will bring to you, they can't win your soul. So those of you who always think you sit in London, you sit in Germany, you sit somewhere in America, you are laughing, or when you see somebody who is somewhere talking about disintegration of Nigeria and a better country for your people, you will be saying, go and get a job. Go and get a job. And most of you don't even have a job doing. Most of you are living on social services. You don't have a job doing. Most of you will just come to Facebook and write, go and get a job, go and get a job. As if you are better, feeding better than the person talking about disintegration of Nigeria. It is called passion and love for a better society. Now, in that same Nigeria that you live, or in that same Nigeria where you come from, that whenever somebody talk about disintegration, you are talking about one Nigeria. Do you know in that same Nigeria, the man they are referring to today, the man that is their God today in the north, called Usman Dan Fodio. Usman Dan Fodio killed people, killed Hausas to conquer north. And they continue to live in his glory today. The Fulanis, Usman Dan Fodio. Anytime they mention something, they will tell you, they will make reference. You will see even security officers in Nigeria, they are making references to the Usman Dan Fodio quotes. They will say, Usman Dan Fodio said this, Usman Dan Fodio. Who is Usman Dan Fodio? Is he an innovationist? The answer is no. I have said this before. Did he invent anything in this life? The answer is no. Who is Usman Dan Fodio? Usman Dan Fodio is somebody who fought and conquered north. From the West African region, he fought, he even went to exile. He ran away. He went to exile, and then later on, he came with his own army and started killing people and conquering Hausa Fulani, conquering Hausa people. Today, his legacy is living. The legacy of Usman Dan Fodio is like a god in the northern Nigeria. When they talk, they will make reference to Usman Dan Fodio. And when you think about who is Usman Dan Fodio, he is nobody other than somebody who came and started killing Hausa people and conquering their land and making Fulanis have a place in Nigeria. That is who he is. He did not invent oil. He did not invent aeroplane. He did not invent knife. He did not invent AK-47. He did not even, he don't even have cow. He only came and conquered Hausa people. And today you have what we call Hausa Fulani. It was because of Usman Dan Fodio, and he is their god in the northern Nigeria. So that is by the way. So we told Yorubas that these Fulanis will stop at nothing to make sure that they crush this Amotekun. I also told Yoruba people that it will come to the extent that they will go as far as proscribing this Amotekun group. I told them, and it is coming. You people will see it is coming. And if they tell, I want to tell everyone watching me, if these Fulani people did not come to the point of proscribing this Amotekun, they have something they're about to do. What they're about to do now is to keep calm, silent. You will see it coming. They are going to keep silent on this security outfit in Yoruba land. They are going to keep silent for a while. And what are these silent for? The silent they are going to keep is to keep everybody in the dark. The Fulanis have decided they have already have meetings and upon meetings, security meetings with all their stakeholders all over Nigeria. They have this networking. So they have had a meeting, a security meeting. And one of the decisions they arrived at is that at a point, which is going to happen in a few weeks, within this week or next week, nobody will be talking about this Amotekun security outfit again from Fulanis. They are not going to speak one word. And why would they do this? Why are they going to stay silent? They are going to stay silent because they want to re-strategize and replan how to attack Yorubas and Nigerians without any resistance. So, but guess what? We will not allow them to attack. We will keep exposing them because wherever they are having that meeting, the network where that meeting is being aired to people, the network that they are using to pass these messages to other Fulanis across Nigeria, we are on it. If they like, they should go and change whatever intelligence they have. We will listen and we will have whatever they discuss even before it goes to people in Enugu, before it goes to Fulanis in Aba, before it goes to Fulanis in Yoruba land. We will have that information. That is what we are telling them. The Biafrans are telling them this, that whatever, any move they make, we will have the information before it gets to Lagos, to the Fulanis in Lagos. So, now, they have come to threaten Yoruba people that if they don't abandon this security outfit, they are losing their presidency for 2023. Did you hear that? So everybody, I think this should vindicate the Biafrans. This should vindicate us. Why is this so important? Why is this security outfit so important? Why is it that it has stabbed in the chest of Fulanis in Nigeria, including the presidency? Why? Because of there is the agenda of taking over Yoruba land. And they have already concluded the plan to take over Yoruba land. But we stepped in to inform Yoruba people what is going on. And they went and confirmed that whatever we have been shouting for, and shouting and trying to let them stay awake, all those things, all those allegations and claims are there for them to see it. And they confirmed it and see that Yoruba is under attack. And today, the condemnation is coming from left and right about this security outfit. And now, I read in the news where they arrested 150 cows for destroying about 500,000 or 5 million worth or 50 million worth of farm products in a Yoruba state. And according to them, the vigilante arrested the cows, about 150 of them, and the Fulanis take to their heels and ran to the bush. I read that news. I am only informing Yorubas in that community where this incident took place to not sleep at night for some weeks. You see the place where they arrested this cow, this 150 cow. I trust my Yoruba people. I trust this new generation of Yorubas because we are changing the narrative of yesterday. I am calling on you from those communities, the affected community in Yoruba land, to not sleep. You have to now increase the presence of vigilante and security, this Omotekun security personnel at night. At night. This community, if you know you are from this community and you are watching this live video, or you know somebody from this community, or you know the people that are in the security or the vigilante or the Yoruba Omotekun, forward this live video to them. Tell them that I am calling on them again to not to sleep in that community where that 150 cow were arrested. So, because they will come in the night. And when they are coming, the military, the police will be there to shield them. And how are military going to shield these people? Let me give you people one secret. The military will shield these people by mounting roadblocks in most of the major roads that will lead to this community where this atrocity will take place. And it may not even be in the same community, but the neighboring community where these 150 cows were arrested. So, this Amotekun must step up their security personnel, the presence of their security personnel in the affected community where these 150 cows were arrested. This is my advice to you people. And by doing that, you will see that this Fulani will never return. They will never return back to that place and they will never attack your community. But if there is no presence of security personnel from these indigenous people, I'm not talking about police or military, because the military can never do anything. You don't rely on them. Even if the military comes there, and whenever these people are attacking, the military will flee the place, and then after the attack, they will come back. So that's how they do. So you must make sure that within these few days, step up the presence of this indigenous security personnel in your land, so that whenever they come for surveillance, they will come for surveillance for a couple of nights. And when they see that there is not enough personnel in that place, in that community, they will make sure they raise that community and raise it to dust before you know it. So you people must make sure you have the presence of this security personnel in the affected community in Yoruba land. Now, the issue of border closure. If you have been following my videos, if you have been following my live videos and other videos I have been posting, I have also made a very strong claim that the border closure today in Yoruba land, this border, is not because of any economic issue. I have said it before. I said it is not because of any economic or issue, it is not because of those bringing something contraband from border or no. I told Nigerians, I told Biafrans that the reason for closing border, one of the major reasons for closing border is because the jihadists that are in Yoruba land, they want to unleash war, they want to unleash jihad on Yoruba people and take their land. And the reason why they close border is so that there will be no arm importation from Yoruba people into a Yoruba land. And then also, not only because of the arm importation, they don't want other Yorubas who are living in other West African countries to come and help Yoruba people in Nigeria to fight against the jihadists. That is the reason why they closed the border. A lot of people don't know, and I have been saying this. But what happened today in London? What did the presidency say? Exactly what I have been telling Nigerians. Now, the man in Aso Rock went to London and tell Nigerians in London that the reason for closing border is because of security issues. What security issues? Is there any war or any terrorism in Lagos State? The answer is no. Is there anybody planning to unleash terror in Lagos State? The answer is no. Is there Boko Haram in Lagos coming from Seme border? The answer is no. Is there any jihadist coming from West Africa and they are going to pass through Seme border? The answer is no. And I have been telling this, go through my words and go through my videos and see that I have been mentioning this all along. But today, the presidency in London, he didn't know when he mentioned that to Nigerians, that they closed Seme border because of security issues. But all along, they have been lying to Nigerians. They have been lying to you, and you that is blindly supporting these people, you don't know how fake they are. You don't know how wicked, how evil they are. You don't know what they are planning for your country. You don't know anything about them. But all you want is that when somebody is shouting one Nigeria, you are jumping up. You follow them to shout one Nigeria. But the one Nigerian people are the one deceiving you. They come to lie to you that because people are importing rice from Seme border, so they are closing the border. They come to lie to you because a lot of people are importing contraband. A lot of people are importing something from Seme border, so they are banning it because Nigeria want to build its economic whatever. And they lie or they cook all this lie. But the point is that they don't know that where these security meetings are being held in Nigeria by them, we have ears there. They don't know that the place, the four walls, where they sit and discuss how to kill Yoruba people, how to take over Yoruba land, and then after that, it will be easier for them to take Biafra land. How they plan all these things, they don't know that we have ears in those walls. They don't know that the walls in those places have our ears, and we know everything that they are planning. And we are not scared, we are not afraid to come and leak this information to the world. And today, you people have seen it. The presidency went to London for the first time to tell the world and Nigerians and you that they have deceived that the reason for closing Seme border is because of security reasons, for security reasons. So ask yourself, what security reasons are they closing Seme border? There is no other security reason other than they want to render Yoruba people useless, so that whenever these jihadists in the forest in Yoruba land, when they start to commit this jihad, the Yoruba people will not get help from other Yorubas in West Africa. But guess what? The people that are coming to kill people in Yoruba land are not even Nigerians. They are not from Kano. They are not from Kaduna. They are not from Zamfara. They are not from Northwest Meduguri. They are not from Northeast. They are not from Kano. They are from West Africa. The people, the Fulanis from other West Africa countries are the one coming to Nigeria, and they think that the Yorubas, that the Yoruba-speaking tribe in other West Africa will come and start fighting those jihadists. That was the reason of closing Seme border. And the second reason was because so that there will not be any arm importation through the help of these Yoruba people from Seme border, from Benin Republic and other places. That was the reason. So this whole thing was planned and sealed by this Fulani-controlled government. And we are leaking the information to Yoruba people, and they have seen it today. Today, you can see how Fulanis are crying because of the security outfit. And do you know why they are crying? They are not crying because you have a better weapon more than them. No, that is not the reason for their crying. No. The reason you see that this Fulani, this Miyatti Allah are crying over this Amotekop is not because of their weapon. No. Did you see them carrying machine gun? No. Did you see them carrying this rocket launcher? No. But do you know what? Do you know what? Because of the traditionalists in Yoruba land. Because they know what OPC is capable of doing. When it comes to armor, when it comes to guns and shooting gun and the gun killing you and not killing you. That is what they are afraid of. They are not afraid of the guns. They are not afraid of the weapons that the OPC or this Amotekun have. No, they are not afraid of them because they have a better weapon. They even have better weapon more than the military. Military are using all this RGB or whatever they call it, and AK-47. They have better weapons. These Fulani herdsmen, have you not seen them? They have better weapons than military, than Nigerian military. And it is not about the weapon. If it is about the weapon, you will not see them complaining. But about the traditionalists. About the traditionalists in Yoruba land. That will take the war spiritual. That is what they are afraid of. They are not afraid of your weapon. So, that is by the way. Now, you have seen, first of all, that they lied to you, the Nigerian government lied to you, and you don't have any reason. In fact, you are not supposed to be trusting any government. If your government is lying to you, don't trust them. And this is not even a government. This thing we have in Nigeria now, this system we have in Nigeria now, is not qualified to be called a government. This is not a government. This is what I call the jungle system of government. The jungle system of government. The jungle system of government is the strongest carries it all. In the jungle, the strongest carries it all. If you look at what is going on since 2015 and 2019, in every election, it is not by people's vote. It is the strongest carries it. And what they are doing now, what they are doing in Biafra land now, in Biafra land, I'm coming to the Biafra security, to the Biafra regional security. I'm coming to that point. But let me go from sequentially how I have written this today's matters arising, so I don't jump from issues to issues. Now, this security of western southwest Nigeria, which is Yorubas, and now from now on, we are not going to be saying southwest or south or southeast. Now it is going to be south. It is going to be south for a while, because south is south. So now it is going to be south. And then within the south, you have the Biafra, you have the Yorubas. So now we are not going to start dividing this southwest, south, south, is this, that. So we are going to focus on south. Because when they are attacking you, they are not attacking you because you are southwest. They are attacking you. It is the battle. First of all, the battle is between north and south. So when you, after north and south, you can now come to which of the south. Is it southwest? Is it southeast? Or south? So now it is south. And when you come into south, when you enter south, we will now be dividing the south to the Biafra and Oduduwa. So now I am happy that Yorubas have come to term that we have one common enemy, and they are Fulanis. And these enemies are not Nigerians, most of them. Or even the people ruling you today are not Nigerians. If you trace them, they are not from Nigeria. So it is the same thing. So these people that you see in Nazareth today, most of them are not Nigerians. But they have come here, they have been born here. So if you trace them, they are not Nigerians. Their forefathers, their grandfathers are not Nigerians. But they have come to stay. Like now, when you look at the Miyatti Allah, this Miyatti Allah group, one of them were being interviewed in channel the other day, and somebody was asking him, so these people that you are saying that we do Ruga, but they are not Nigerians. And do you know what the man said? In a national television, this man opened his mouth to say they are not Nigerians, but they are their brothers, that they have accepted them. In fact, they are already in Nigeria. How can you say a thing like that? Because that is what they don't care. They don't know what we call due process. There is nothing like due process in Fulani life. They live from hand to mouth. They live from one bush to another. So this man came and started openly saying in national television, in Nigeria, in channel television, that the people that are coming are their brothers from West Africa, and they are already in Nigeria, and we have to accept them as Nigerians. Can you listen to that? And you will hear this kind of thing because you have one butcher you are managing in a provision store in Kano, or you have one drug or shop you are managing in Medugri. Because of that drug you are managing that cannot even worth up to 50 million, you will say you will die in one Nigeria because you have your business and your business is worth 50 million. The 50 million you are talking about is something they will use to bribe a local government chairman in River State. And you will be risking your life, the life of your children, the life of your unborn generation, because of you have a business worth 50 million. And you don't even listen to what is going on in Aso Rock, what is going on in National Assembly. How much are the senators collecting, and how much are the House of Representatives collecting? You don't listen to that. You don't pay attention to news. The only thing you pay attention to is when the government closed the border. so that you will not import illegal rice. The only thing you pay attention to is when the border in North is closed, so that you will not be able to import your illegal drugs. That is the only thing you pay attention to. You don't pay attention to what is happening in your country. You don't pay attention to national news. You don't pay attention to national issues. You only pay attention to when your business is blocked. Then you start running around. This government is bad. This government is bad. But when we are talking, when we are shouting, just like the way I'm shouting now, I can even talk normal. I can speak good English. I can change my tone. I can change everything. But I'm shouting like this so that you will see the Nigerianness. You will see the Igbo-ness. You will see the Igbo man in me. But most of you will be shouting, this person, you don't have work. The day they will attack you, that is when you will run to my page. The day they will attack your community, that is when you will run to my inbox. And run to other inbox of all the news media, mainstream media in the world. You start writing them. You see what is happening in Nigeria. But when we are shouting like this, you don't want to hear us. When we are telling you that you don't have any reason to be in a country that your life will be full of uncertainty. You don't have permanent plan. You are not sure of your tomorrow. You are not sure of your today. You are not sure of nothing. You build a house in Nigeria today, you don't have, even if there is no insurance that you will come back from your workplace and that house is still standing there. There is no insurance. You build a house in Nigeria today. In Nigeria today, spend your money and build a house. That house you build, you will be praying every day you go out and come back that the house is still standing there. Because if the military don't burn it, the Fulanis will burn it. If the Fulanis don't burn it, your local government chairman will demolish it. If your local government chairman don't demolish the house, the state government will come to demolish it. If your state government don't come to demolish it, one rich person in your place will come and demolish and claim the land. So, there is nothing secured in Nigeria. And this Nigeria is so, in fact, the country is irredeemable, in irredeemable state, decaying to the extent that nobody knows anything. So you see, for example, let me give you an example. We have been shouting for the Igbos, especially the Biafrans in the north, to start relocating their businesses back to Biafra land, or at least to the south. Because now, there is what we call paradigm shift. It is shifting. Try relocating your business back to Biafra land. At least. But whenever we say it, you don't want to hear. You that is watching this video now, most of you have bombarded my inbox that I should start posting about Ezenwata's boss, that they impounded and they kidnapped all the passengers in that Ezenwata's bus. For example, I have not made the video on that Ezenwata's bus because if you are not in Medugri, you will not be kidnapped. If you are not doing business in Medugri today, in Borno State, you that has been sending me messages about that Ezenwata bus was kidnapped and people there, the kidnappers are requesting 100 million to free those people. Nobody will be kidnapped, but because you are still there. And the people who went to visit their relatives, their friends in northern Nigeria, in Medugri, they are still there. The people who came to visit them, driving back to Biafra land, they abducted them. You see? Well, let me tell you today, there is no place in the northeast, no place in the northeast that is safe today as a Christian for you. If you are going in the northeast today, if you are traveling anywhere in the northeast, because they didn't abduct you, doesn't mean that they cannot abduct you. Because every roadblock in the northeast today are controlled by Boko Haram. If you don't know that, now know it. We have that information. We have been telling them. We have been telling Nigerians. Nigerians are not listening. The Biafrans are not listening. Those who have business in the north. We have been telling you people, Boko Haram have taken over the northeast of Nigeria. It is in total control. Boko Haram is in total control of Northeast. You people don't want to believe this. But today, every roadblock in the Northeast are controlled by Boko Haram. So they abduct those they want to abduct and allow those they want to allow to go. If you are going to Borno State, if you are traveling to Borno State and you are not abducted, it's not because they don't want to abduct you. It's because they decided not to abduct you at that particular point in time. And that doesn't mean that they are not going to abduct you at the end of the day. So those of you in Maiduguri, in Northeast, in Northwest, your life is at risk as I speak to you, because Boko Haram, they are in total control of those areas. When the military, when the two policemen, the two military personnel, and one policeman was executed by Boko Haram, they confessed. Sorry. They confessed that they were abducted on a military checkpoint. And I asked Nigeria, nobody want to pay attention to that video. These people said on a camera that they were abducted on military checkpoint. And each time you contact the military to give statement, they say they don't know. They don't know anything about that video. And that has been their claim every day, because they know what is going on. They cannot come publicly to declare that they have the Northeast is under Boko Haram control. The UN gave a report just a few days ago that Boko Haram have so many checkpoints in the Northwest. Nobody is in the Northeast. Nobody is talking about it. The UN, United Nations, gave a report that they have seen that Boko Haram have a lot of checkpoints in the Northeast of Nigeria. Did you see anybody reacting to it? Nobody will react to it. The government will try to suppress that report so that you people will continue to be in the dark. But anytime we come to shout, you will say, go and get a job. You don't have a job, you know, this, that. I don't even know whether the people talking that in, when I go to their profile to check them up, they don't look like people feeding like even twice a day. And you will be the one castigating somebody else, go and look for a job, go and look for a job. But you don't even feed well. And the people you are shouting to go and get a job are actually fighting, they are not even in Nigeria to start with. The people are not even in Nigeria. The people are in a country, they are very, very comfortable, and they are sacrificing everything to come to Nigeria. They sacrifice that to make sure you have a better place, to make sure you have a better country, so that you will not be living from hand to mouth, so that the security of your life and property will be guaranteed, so that you have a country you'll be proud of, so that you have a country that when somebody kills you, the person will face the full wrath of law. Because in Nigeria today, they don't value your life. You will be walking, in Nigeria is the only country you will be walking on the street and you will see cops and people will be passing by. Nigeria is a country you will be walking on the street, you will see cops smelling. It is only in Nigeria. And whenever we talk, you say go and get a job. I have so many of them. Some people are calling me, the Fulani people are calling me. One of them actually called me on Friday. He introduced himself, spoke very fluently, very well, and he was asking me why that I'm doing a very good job, leaking the secret of this government, that this government is this, is that. But where he had problem with me is that when I start to talk about Biafra, I asked him, oh, thank you for calling me. Do you know why I'm talking about Biafra? He said, yeah, well, I want to know why you are talking about Biafra, because you are doing a very good job. But the only problem you have is that you are talking about Biafra. I asked the guy, can you now allow me to explain to you why I'm talking about Biafra? He said, okay, I can explain to him. I tell him, do you know today that your presidency is controlled by Muslims? He said, yes. I said, do you know today that the National Assembly, this Senate is controlled by Muslims? He said, yes. I said, you also know that the Speaker of House of Representatives is a Muslim? He said, yes. I said, okay. Do you know that the Chief of Army Staff is a Muslim? He said, yes. I said, do you know that the CGN is a Muslim? He said, yes. I said, do you also know that the Attorney General of the Federation is a Muslim? He said, yes. I said, do you know that the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court is a Muslim? He said, yes. I said, do you know that the boss of DSS is a Muslim? He said, yes. I said, do you know that the boss of EFCC is a Muslim? He said, yes. I said, do you know that the DG of Controller General of Custom is a Muslim? He said, I said, do you know that Immigration boss is a Muslim? He said, yes. I said, do you know that the Finance Minister today is a Muslim? He said, yes. I said, do you know that the Minister of Petroleum is a Muslim? He said, what? Who is the Minister of Petroleum? You see, all the things I mentioned, he was comfortable. Immediately I mentioned the Minister of Petroleum. He picked interest to ask me, who is the Minister of Petroleum? I said to him, the Minister of Petroleum is Buhari, the person in Aso Rock. And then he did, that was the end of the discussion. He started that, okay, during Obasanjo time, we have Christians everywhere, we have this everywhere. I say, you see, you did not even allow me to continue to mention why I am shouting Biafra. But immediately I tell you about petroleum. You picked interest to know who is the Minister of Petroleum, and you are in Nigeria, and you are calling me to tell me that why am I talking about Biafra, that I'm doing a very good job. And instead of you don't even know who is the Minister of Petroleum. And today I told you that the Minister of Petroleum is Buhari, the same person parading himself as president. And you pick the interest in knowing more about that. And then after you get that information, the next thing you do is to tell me that Obasanjo time, during Obasanjo time, there was Christian everywhere. Are we in Obasanjo time? They did not benefit from Obasanjo. They did not benefit from Jonathan. Is there anybody shouting Jonathan did not do anything in the East? Jonathan did not do anything in Biafra land? Were we clean ourselves? No. The army killing people? No. But today, immediately I mentioned that so at the end of the day, he called the phone. And this kind of call keep coming on daily basis. And most of them don't even know what is actually going on in Nigeria, who is heading this section of this sector of the government, they don't know. They are only interested in when you hear somebody saying Biafra, you want to tell the person to stop saying Biafra. And when they know the reason why you are saying Biafra, they can't take it anymore. And they will cut the phone. So this is the reality. So if you who are from Yoruba land today, you who are from Biafra land, we are talking about Nigeria disintegration. Everywhere you are, you find yourself in this government. I've made a call before. If you are working in this government and you are from Biafra land, anywhere you see how to sabotage this government, sabotage this government. It is time. It is time to sabotage the government at all levels. If you know anywhere and you are serving in this government from Biafra land, from Yoruba land, if you know how to sabotage this government, sabotage the government. Let me tell you one thing. I have read a lot of information about when we said sabotage the government is because the country can never work. That is one. You have to come to that reality that the country is dying and the country is cursed. That is one thing you should have at the back of your mind. Nigeria as a country is cursed. It's a cursed nation, and there is nothing good will ever come out from a cursed nation. I'll tell you one thing. You see the Amotekon today. So a lot of people are asking Tinubu that Tinubu is silent, that Tinubu should talk. They want to know his position. They want to know his position on Amotekon and all that. He is not talking. Are you going to tell me you don't know why he's not talking? If you are a Nigerian, and has followed Nigeria politics, and you tell me you don't know why Tinubu cannot talk, then I think you need a help. The reason why he cannot talk is nothing else because his hand is not clean politically. His hands are tied. If he talk against this caliphate, they will come after him. But one thing I will tell Tinubu is this, and those who knows him. A man cannot die 2 times. We only die once. Problem cannot come to you twice. Problem only comes to you once. Why don't you join your people? If Tinubu feel that he's a leader of Yoruba nation, why can't he join his people and let the caliphate come? This is what I have been telling all the Biafran leaders, all the Biafra politicians. It is time you come back home and be with your people. Stop serving Fulani Caliphate. Stop serving people who are not Nigerians, who have come here to use violence to take land, who have come here to use intimidation and terrorism to take your land and take your natural resources. Stop serving them. Stop being slave to them. Come and be the leader of your people that you have always claimed to be. Tinubu should leave the presidency because he may not even see 2023. 2023 is not as Nigeria of today. 2023 is not guaranteed. Nobody is sure that this thing we call Nigeria will remain a country till 2023. So if you are living to claim that 2023 it is going to be Igbo presidency, it is going to be a Yoruba presidency, you are living a fake life. Because 2023 may never come. Nigeria may never see 2023. So why are you living fake life? Why must you go and join Fulani people against your own people? And you call yourself a leader. I am talking to Tinubu now because he matters a lot in Southwest. He is somebody that they respect a lot. He is somebody that have led not only Yorubas but Nigerians to this present predicament. He contributed 90% of Nigeria problem today. Bringing Buhari is the idea single-handedly orchestrated by Tinubu. And we cannot run away from that truth. Because the Yoruba people trusted him. And as you can see today, I am calling on Yoruba people because this generation, like I said, this generation of Yoruba, and Nnamdi Kanu have said it, that we are going to work with this generation of Yorubas. Because they have seen who are the enemy. We Igbos are not the enemy of Yoruba. The Yorubas have seen their enemy. Why is this the leader Tinubu? I cannot insult him. It is not my thing to insult anybody. But I'm asking him now, why are you not supporting your Yoruba people who have decided to take the security of life and properties of their people into their own hand? Why have you not come to give a statement? You cannot give a statement because you are waiting for 2023 that you are not sure of. And because for you to know how evil work, you rather not talk. You rather not show your stand where you stand, because you don't want to lose the political you don't want to lose your own the politics and or the political aspect of your career, and then you don't want to also lose your Yoruba, the integrity and the leadership role in Yoruba land. You want to stay when it matters most, which is the security of the people of your nation, the security of life and property of Yoruba people. You don't want to talk. And even if you are talking now, somebody like me will not take it serious. And I believe a lot of Yoruba people will not take whatever Tinubu is going to say very serious anymore. Because in this kind of situation, where the security of life and property of your people are concerned, you are not even supposed to wait for 24 hours. You should have done a lot of underground job, contact all the stakeholders, have secret meeting, have meetings and come publicly to make your stand known. But no, you did not do that. You want to remain in the caliphate circle, so that the presidency is they cannot give you presidency in 20. Even if Nigeria remain a country in 2023, you cannot get the presidency. Not from Yoruba. Your downfall to becoming president in Nigeria will not even come from Yorubas. It will come from the people you are shielding now, the Fulanis, because they will never trust you. The way you did not come out publicly to show your stand on Amotekun is the same way they will know that you will never stand for them. They know that you are not to be trusted. Even if you come tomorrow to give statements and say you are supporting Amotekun, it is late. Because for somebody with your caliber and the person of your the level of your leadership in Yoruba land, you are not supposed to wait this long to come that everybody is writing in newspaper what is Tinubu saying, and you are not saying anything. And then after the pressure must have been put on you, you will come to start saying something based on what is best for you and your interest. Nobody will take it serious, and I believe Yoruba people will not take it serious. So you are in a very tight corner, Tinubu, as leader of Yoruba nation. You are in a very, very tight corner. And it is time you come out, even if it is late, but say it because you will still maintain your integrity within Yoruba nation. And when this government will come for you, when this Fulani will come for you, because they are going to come for you, immediately you come to show your support for this Amotekun, that is the beginning of the end. They will come for you. And then those things that they say it was not a case before will become a case. But guess what? Your people will stand for you. That is why what they say in Igbo language, Iwe wanne anare eruno means that when your brother upset you, the pains doesn't go through the bone. Your people will still embrace you. That is the beautiful thing in nature. Your people will still embrace you and they will welcome you back. And they will stand by you and fight that fight. That is the same thing I'm calling on all the leaders in Igbo land. Those of you who your hands are not clean, come publicly and support Biafra so that when they come for you, which they are going to come for you anyway, because their intention is to render all Igbo people useless. Those who are doing business, they want to render your business useless. Those who are politically active, those who are well to do in the society in Igbo land, they are going to render you useless. So why don't you come publicly support Biafra? If they come for you, you know that you are fighting for your people. Your people will be there. The world will see it. We will fight this fight together. Than you supporting them. At the end of the day, after supporting them, when they come for you, because you have rebelled against your people, when they come for you, you will be like a chaff. The breeze will blow you like a chaff. Like Ojo Sokalo. Who will believe that Ojo Sokalo, 4 months ago, will be in prison today? But when the breeze came, he blew Ojo Sokalo like ordinary criminal in the street. A whole Ojo Sokalo. He blowed him. And you see somebody, Ojo Sokalo, somebody who is well-to-do, people of his state were jubilating for Ojo Sokalo. So how can you, even no matter how wealthy you think you are, how can you, at the end of the day, you end this way? You think you, even if you make heaven, you think God will be happy with you? That after all the life you live, all the money you've made, the people you've helped, a lot of things, and then the way you end your life is to rebel against your people. And you choose people who don't value human life, who don't even value you, who cannot respect you, who want everything to be bad for you, who don't want your progress. You went and align yourself with them because you are making millions every month. And the millions, you cannot even enjoy it. You have security in your house. You have security in your office. You have policemen everywhere escorting you. In your hotel room, you have police. You don't even enjoy the money. We are talking of a country where police will only do their police work. No police will come and guide you because there will be no crime. There will be no crime of assassination. Everybody will be actively engaged in the society in Biafra. And I believe we'll do the one as well. Because the only reason Nigeria is not moving forward is because of these Fulani people. Because of this Fulani, and there is nothing you can you will do in this life to make Nigeria move forward. Because you have them. You have these Fulani people. Nigeria can never move forward. Now, the issue of Boko Haram. You heard that Buhari gave order to pardon Boko Haram. This is like 1 hour. It is going to be few minutes above. I'm going to have few minutes extra because this is already 1 hour. So now, the military invasion of West. I told you people few days ago that military are going to invade West. Did I not say it? Did you people not see the video? Listen to the video where I said that they are withdrawing military from the, even before they have the security meeting, I said it, what they are going to decide in security meeting. And exactly what I said was what they decided 3 hours later, when they were having security council meeting. I told Nigerians that this presidency, they are having security meetings, and this is what is going to happen after the security meetings, that they are going to deploy more military men, personnel to the western part of Nigeria, and that is happening now. That is the reason why you will see the village being raised in Bayelsa State. That is the reason why you will see the IG of police, the presidency, and the northern people calling on the arrest of every elder that is every Yoruba elder that is supporting Amotekun. They have ordered the arrest of every elder supporting Amotekun. So you are going to see the heavy presence of military, and I believe this will be the beginning of end of Nigeria. And those of you who are still thinking that it is going to be business as usual, you better wake up. Those of you in the northern Nigeria, especially from Biafra land, who think that every time we make noise, when this thing happen, don't come to my page to tell me that they have done this to your business. Don't come to my page to tell me that they have kidnapped your brother. Don't come to my page to tell me if they kidnap your brother in the West. Tell me, I will let the world know. If military shoot you in the western part of Nigeria as a Biafra man, as an Oduduwa man, tell me. I will make the world know. I will post this information and let the world see. But if you, as a Biafran, is kidnapped in Northeast, don't tell me. What are you looking for there? If you are a Yoruba man and you were kidnapped in Northeast, don't tell me. I will not post it because I don't know what you are doing in Northwest. Northwest is an Islamic state and you are not supposed to be there. So if you are going there in the Northeast, you have a business in the Northeast, and after all this our shouting to live there, you are still there, don't post anything to me that your brother has been kidnapped in the Northeast. Don't post anything to me that your brother has been taken over, your business, the business of your brother has been taken over by Boko Haram in the Northeast. Don't send me any link saying that Boko Haram invaded the community where you live and you are a Biafran. Don't send me any link of that nature. If you send it, I will block you. I am only interested in the people that are being kidnapped in the western part of Nigeria. If you have anybody who are kidnapped or who are victim of kidnap or who are victim of Fulani herdsmen or Fulani killing or any kind of injustice, for example, from the military or police, send it to me from West. I will post it. Because everything that is coming from North, we already know. Anybody who is living in northern Nigeria today is just being full of himself. You cannot knowingly go and start living in the Northeast and expect nothing to happen to you. Going to live in the Northeast and continue to do business in the Northeast, or not even in the Northeast, in the northern Nigeria, because sometimes your business will take you, you will travel to that Northeast and you get abducted there. So if you stay in the north as a Biafran and you are hearing all these things we are shouting now, and you continue to live, and you as a Biafran or from Oduduwa, you are hearing all these things that we are talking today, and tomorrow you will carry your bag and enter bus saying you are going to Maiduguri to visit your brother. If anything happened to you on the way, I will not report it. Nobody should send that kind of thing to me, because you have invited this evil and terrorist upon yourself. If you travel from Lagos and say you are going to Maiduguri for business, you are the one who invited kidnappers to come and kidnap you. You are the one who just voluntarily go to Northeast to be kidnapped. But if you are traveling to Benin and you are kidnapped, if you are traveling to Akure and you are kidnapped, if you are traveling anywhere within the western part of Nigeria and you are kidnapped, you can let your people send those information and we will investigate it and try to find out where the kidnappers are and we go into action and we post it to the world to see, and that is it. But if you are in the Northeast and your brother is in the Northeast, don't send it to me. Especially those people sending me from Ezenwata, for example. I am not in any way. I know it pains. I know how it pains to lose somebody who is dear to you, especially when those people are your breadwinners. But the bus that was hijacked, the Ezenwata bus that was hijacked, a lot of people are in that bus. What were you people going to do in the Northeast? Because you are the only one who like business. Business are everywhere in the Eastern Nigeria. Business are everywhere in Biafra land. Business are everywhere in Yoruba land. If you cannot do business there, you are going to Northeast to do business. Don't contact anybody to post anything that your brother has been kidnapped. Send this video to your brothers for those who still want to go to Northeast tomorrow, because they are going to still abduct them. These people have taken control of the biggest part of the North, if you don't know that. Because they are fighting one agenda, Islamic State. They have given them roadblocks, and what they do is that when they stop the bus, they check those who are Christian, those who are Muslim. And immediately they separate all of you. The ones that are Muslim, they will free them. The ones that are Christian, that is the end of their life. They will take you and shoot you there. And those who have money, who their family have money, they will start calling government. And then after we are shouting and revealing this kind of things to you, you will still end, at the end of the day, you carry your bag and want to go and visit your brother. Now, the military invasion of West, I have said it is happening, and that is why you see they are invading Bayelsa, and a lot of them are happening as we speak. If you listen to Governor Wyke of Rivers State, the video, I'm going to post that video maybe tomorrow. If you listen to Governor Wyke of Rivers State, he was accusing the GOC of the 6th Division of oil bongering. And the Wyke, when go and watch that video. I will post it tomorrow. When Wyke was making this allegation, this is a very heavy allegation. But Nigeria is a dead nation where nobody pay attention to anything. Wyke was making a public allegation against the commanding officer of 6th Division, the GOC, that he is involved in oil bongering, military man. That he is involved in oil bongering, and that he is fighting to become the chief of army staff in Nigeria. And the governor of a state is accusing this man, and nobody is paying attention. What is the difference between what Wyke was saying and what I have been saying on my page about the military? That the military are Boko Haram members. All these military men you see from the north, they have sworn oath of allegiance to Boko Haram. And what they have come, the target of Boko Haram is the oil in Niger Delta. That is the target. The target of this Boko Haram are the oil in Biafra land. And today, you can see, you can go and watch that video. I will post it tomorrow. Wyke was accusing this man, this military man, that he have illegal oil bongering team. And he is bongering the oil, making money, and trying to become the chief of army staff in Nigeria. And Wyke is worried that if this man becomes the chief of army staff, then Nigeria is finished. And my message to Wyke, if you know Governor Wyke, make sure you edit the video and send it to him. My message to Governor Wyke is this. You are accusing a man who is serving under another terrorist person called Brutai. Don't you know that Brutai is a criminal? Are you not aware that Brutai is a terrorist representative in Nigeria Army? If you are worried about ordinary man, ordinary Boko Haram member who is involved in oil bongering, ordinary oil bongering, you are not worried about the commander-in-chief now, the chief of army staff now, who is even more deadlier than the man you are accusing, the GOC of the 6th Division. This Brutai you are looking at is a direct Boko Haram member, and he recruits Boko Haram member into Nigeria Army. You are not worried about that. You are not worried about who sent that man you are accusing now to that place, to that 6th Division. Who was the one who appointed him and sent him to that 6th Division to start oil bongering? Who? You don't know? Go and make inquiry who was the chief of army staff when that man was sent to Rivers State. These are the things you should know. For you to know that what they have done now is to put their Boko Haram member in strategic positions, in strategic places in Biafra land, to continue to make sure they subdue you. They make sure that they do everything to suppress everybody in Biafra land. And today, that man is involved in illegal oil bunkering, and you are complaining and saying, and they will end up making him, if he deliver very well, he will become the next chief of army staff. Because you must be a Boko Haram member under this government to make, or at least the Islamic State loyalist, for you to be able to be chief of army staff. Otherwise, nothing for you. So if that man is delivering and making sure that the security of river people is in jeopardy, he will become the chief of army staff. And when he becomes the chief of army staff, he is going to deal with everybody in River State who have condemned and criticized him, including you, Governor Wyke. So this is the reason I know very well you don't look face. I know very well that you are like my person, because you speak the way it is. You speak to the power the way it is. But the only thing you have to do now is to start working for disintegration of Nigeria. Otherwise, when you leave this office, this man, they don't forget. If Nigeria is still a country, they will come after you. And they will make sure they bring you down. So, since you are bold enough to start making this kind of heavy allegation against these terrorists, and you are a governor in Nigeria, it is time you start to support Nigerian disintegration, because by them, nobody will come for oil bunkering. Nobody will come when Biafra is restored to come and start bunkering our oil. The oil area will be protected, and the oil will be in the hand of Niger Deltans. We are not interested. We are not interested in the oil at all. The only thing we are interested in is disintegration of Nigeria. Let every region, let every state have total control of their resources. We will have a round table. We are not interested in the oil at all. Enugu State is not interested in oil. Anambra State is not interested in oil in Niger Delta. Imo State is not interested. Abia State is not interested. Ebonyi is not interested. We are not interested in the oil at all. You people will have total control of the oil, and if whatever the arrangements we are going to have, if it is going to be you contribute this to the center or any, because the oil, in fact, natural resources is every state of Biafra land. Everywhere in Biafra have natural resources that have never been, that nobody has ever tapped. So we are not interested in oil at all. This oil bunkering you are complaining about today, that the military is having oil. You can imagine the GOC of 6th Division, who is a military man, is involved in oil bunkering. And they know that you are not, it is not just an allegation, you have confirmed it. But when Nigeria is disintegrated, you will not be having this kind of complaint. And you that have been very upright in your dealings have a very, very big role to play. Especially when it comes to Niger Delta politics, when Biafra is restored. So it is now you begin to make a move for Nigeria disintegration, and I believe we are already there, because no Nigeria is happy. Yorubas are not happy, Biafrans are not happy, Niger Deltas are not happy, even though you people want to remain in one Nigeria, at least some of you want to remain in one Nigeria. And the question you should ask yourself is that, what are you gaining in one Nigeria? You are not getting anything. Look at the way they conducted the election. You are a chief security officer of the state, but the military from Abuja, the Boko Haram controlled military from Abuja, came and start committing mayhem in your state where you are chief security officer, Governor Wyke. So it is time you start to support the Biafra restoration. It is not, like I said before, the country may not necessarily be called Biafra. It may not necessarily be called Biafra at the end of the day. But now we are moving with Biafra as a name, because Biafra is what is internationally recognized, internationally accepted. It is in the map, and the country has existed for 3 years. So that is why we are going with Biafra. So after the Nigeria disintegration, we can now begin to debate and make vote which country, if you have any better name to give the country, and how the country will be run and all that. But for now, accept that Nigeria is not working and it will never work. Even if you become governor, even if you become president today, Governor Wyke, Nigeria will not work. Because the forces from the north will fight against you. The forces from the Biafra, which because we can never be part of Nigeria, there is nothing you will do to Igbo man today. There is nothing you will do to Igbo man today to make him to become a Nigeria apologist. Nothing. You see any politician, you see all the politicians you see today in Biafra land, none of them, their leg is here, one leg is here. None of them are true Nigerian. None of them are true Nigerian. That is just the fact. Nobody in Biafra, no Biafra man that the blood of Biafra is rolling in his vein today in Abuja as a senator, as a House of Representative, even the governors, that you will beat in their chest today and they will tell you, I will die for one Nigeria. They will never die for one Nigeria. Everybody is a Biafran. But because they are looking for the opportunity, they want to know how serious, they want to know how far we have gone. Is UN aware? Is America aware? Is Donald Trump coming? Is the British government giving a referendum? This is what everybody is asking. Why must you be asking what we have done so far? Why must you be asking whether British is aware? Why must you be asking whether European Union is aware? Is a European Union aware of your mind? Have you accepted that Nigeria is not working? Have you accepted that Nigeria will never work? Why are you interested in what the agitators of Biafra referendum has done? Why are you interested in what kind of thing they have put in place? Everybody is coming. What have you people done? We want to see the platform. We want to see the framework. What have you done? What have you done? Have you accepted that Nigeria is not working? Have you accepted that you have been deprived of your rights? Have you accepted that you are a second-class citizen in Nigeria? Have you accepted that Nigeria is dying? Have you accepted that the blood of people that are murdered in Nigeria on a daily basis cannot rest? Have you accepted that the blood money that is coming from Nigeria can no longer be useful? Have you accepted that the corruption in Nigeria is killing everybody in Nigeria? Have you accepted that over 150 million people in Nigeria cannot feed 3 square meals a day? Have you agreed that Nigeria has become the poverty capital of the world? Have you agreed that nothing will ever work in Nigeria? Have you agreed that Nigeria is under terrorist attack? Have you agreed that Nigerians are controlled by terrorists? Have you agreed that Nigeria is going to become an Islamic state? Have you agreed to be a human being under Islamic state? Have you agreed to serve under Islamic state? Have you agreed that you are going to swear an oath of allegiance to serve under Islamic State? Have you agreed that you are going to abandon your Christian faith? Have you agreed to all these things and numerous things that I have not mentioned before you can begin to ask, what have we done so far from international community? What has IPOB done? What have Nnamdi Kanu done? He is only talking. That is what most of you are saying. What has he done? Have you agreed of what the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is coming and has sacrificed his mother, sacrificed his father to get Biafra freedom? Have you asked what is it that makes Nnamdi Kanu to come and sacrifice his parents over Biafra? Have you asked yourself, is it that Nigeria will still work again? Because these are the things, you cannot just come and start asking, what are the Biafran agitators have done? What have we done? Are we writing America? Are we writing Senate? We have to write Senate first to make intention. You don't do that. I will not answer anybody who comes to ask me those kind of stupid questions, because I call it stupid question. First of all, you have to come to terms that the country is not working again. And the country will never work. Before you begin to talk about what you have done, you have to first of all, come and join the agitation. Then you begin to have the right to ask what we have done or what we are doing so far. As far as this struggle is concerned, you do not have any right to ask any agitation, both the Niger Lower Congress. You don't have right to ask them what they have done. You don't have right to ask Mossab what they have done. You don't have right to ask BZM what they have done. You don't have the right to ask any agitating group what they have done to convince you to join them. You don't have right to ask that kind of question. The first question you ask yourself is Nigeria working? Is Nigeria, if the answer is no, the second thing is that, is Nigeria going to work? If you ask yourself and assess Nigeria as a country, if you find out that Nigeria is not going to work again, then what do? You join the people for liberation. Because there is no way Biafra is going to be as bad as Nigeria. And most of you, when you talk, they will say, especially those northern people, they will tell you, look at South Sudan. You are making reference to South Sudan. Nigeria is already ranked alongside South Sudan as the worst country in the world today. The Nigeria you are talking about. So what is the big deal about South Sudan? Every time you make, South Sudan is better than Nigeria today. Every time you people say, look at South Sudan, and those of you who think British will not contribute, British was part of breaking up Sudan to create South Sudan today. This same British. So every time you say look at South Sudan, the place is in war zone. Yes, but they are better than Nigeria today. This 2019, Nigeria was ranked alongside South Sudan as the world's worst country on earth. And you don't even know that, because most of you are so in darkness. You don't know what is going on around the globe. Whenever somebody posts something, even in this my live video, you see somebody that will comment, you people should look at South Sudan. He don't even know that Nigeria is already ranked alongside South Sudan in 2019. You see? And they will be saying, South Sudan, we want a country. There is no way Biafra will be like Nigeria. It will never happen. Because Nigeria is a dead country, corruption, criminal, evil, anything. When you mention Nigeria, Nigeria only remind you of evil, corruption, anything you can think of, anything bad, anything omen is what Nigeria represents. Nigeria represents blood. So, and there is no way Nigeria will work again. Somebody like me, in my life, Nigeria have died. Nigeria have died and died. And those of you who think that it will not, if this Biafra agitation result to war, war cannot totally be ruled out. We will be ready, and personally will come and fight for Biafra. This is not the time of I will be somewhere. So if the thing happens that Biafra is going to have to be getting by war, I will personally come and fight for Biafra. Is it not human being that fought? The country that I'm living in now, somebody fought for it. Somebody fought for it to get this independence that they respect so much. And all the fallen soldiers in this country are well honored and respected. How many of fallen soldiers in Nigeria are being respected? None. Even the people dying in Boko Haram then, nobody will remember them. That is the end. You die for Nigeria, you die for nothing. If the war happens, that if it comes to the point that we are going to fight Biafra war again or Nigeria war again, I will be there to fight for Biafra. Let it be on record that I said this on this day, 19th of January 2020. If Nigeria did not allow Biafra to go, and at the end of the day, because by the time you people, those who have not come to their normal senses now, by the time you will come to realize that we need to exit from Nigeria, and probably that time it is late. We only can exit through hostility or war. Then by that time, it will be late. And even if it is late that time, I will be there to fight for Biafra. Now, the issue of, I have already spent 1 hour. Thank you for staying with me, because this is a very important issue. We have to continue to tell our people why it is important that they must embrace the Nigeria disintegration. It is very, very important. And this is the work we did not do in the 60s. The Biafrans of the 60s did not do this awareness. Everybody were not carried along. I was reading one of the comments of a thief, of someone from thief, part of Biafra, that we are apologizing to Biafrans, that even some Ijaw people, that they fought against Biafra, because, of course, you wouldn't blame them, because none of us know what transpired, which kind of awareness was created and all that, whether everybody was carried along. We don't know. But that is by the way, whether that we are awareness or that we're not awareness, whether people were carried along or we're not carried along, it is not what we're asking. We are changing that narrative now. And that is why we are shouting every day, so that a lot of people will feel that sense of belonging. And first of all, you know that Nigeria is not working, and you have a reason to support Nigeria disintegration. So that if you come to that we are fighting war, you know what you are fighting for. Because a lot of people, for example, if Biafra go to war last year, I will fight for Nigeria. You see that? So the people who are, for example, Nnamdi Kanu, who have been shouting this for many years, you can't continue to blame and fight him that he's just shouting, because his shouting brought me. If Nnamdi Kanu would have asked Biafra to go to war, like last year, for example, the beginning of last year or 2018, somebody like me will fight against him. But today, I am in. And there is no going back. And that is why I will continue to respect this Nnamdi Kanu, because he has sacrificed and he has done a lot of job. You know, most of you don't know that when you are possessed with the spirit of Biafra, a lot of things will begin to happen. You don't know. Like, Biafra is more than a spirit. But I will stop this here. So now, let's go forward before we call it a day to the regional security. The regional security in Biafra land is something that should start to happen. When you look at what is happening now, it is time. I was told that in Taraba State, which is in Middle Belt, part of Middle Belt, in Taraba State, they are setting up their security outfit, and nobody knows. It is because of the division in this Middle Belt. I know that Middle Belt is going to have a lot of challenges in this whole security issue, because of the divide and rule is really affecting them. And then when you look at the Southern Kaduna, for example, the Kaduna people, the Southern Kaduna, for example, those people have suffered the biggest in Nigeria history. From the Benue and then the Southern Kaduna people. So now, a lot of people don't know what is going on in Southern Kaduna. You know, Southern Kaduna is, why people are not talking so much about Southern Kaduna is because it is like a hidden place. And people view it as like in the north. So a lot of people don't know what is going on. What is going on in Southern Kaduna is because Southern Kaduna is a territory that was taken or about to be conquered by this Fulani. Oh, I would say what conquered by Fulani, including the Zaria. This Zakazi you see today that is in prison. The reason for Azekazi imprisonment is not because he's practicing Sunni. Is it Sunni or Shia? It's not because he's a Shia Muslim. No. Because the Azekazi is a threat, not a religious threat, but a threat to the Fulanis who conquered Zaria in 1900 or whatever they conquered Zaria. So for them to see that Azakazi is in Zaria having this Islamic movement called Shia, which is Shia Muslim, it is a big threat to them, because they see that they are losing Zaria to Azakazi. That is the problem of this Azakazi. It has nothing to do with terrorism. Because have you ever seen them committing terror? Have you ever seen them? They only want to take away Azakazi because of the Azakazi is taking back the territory that was conquered by the Fulanis. And that becomes a threat, because every day he continues to multiply his followers, and they are taking over Zaria. And that becomes a threat to them. Because when you go to read the history of Zaria, you will find out that Fulani conquered them. Fulani conquered Zaria. And even Zaria have in Zaria, they have their own government. And this government is not a Zakazi government. The Zaria you see today, the emir of Zaria, whatever they are called, they have their own government. They run their own government inside Zaria. And nobody is talking about that. Have you ever heard it in Nigeria? That is in Zaria, they have the emir, they have their own government. You can never hear it. But go and research. Go and make your own finding. In Zaria today, they have government inside government, run by the Fulanis. Have you ever seen the governor of Erufai, the governor of Kaduna State, go to fight the people in Zaria that they are running a different government inside this? No, you cannot see them, because that is the implementation of this Fulani and Islamic State. The implementation is everywhere. But you cannot hear that. Most of you don't hear this except today that I'm saying it. That in Zaria today, they have a government inside government of Kaduna State in Zaria, running separately. Go and make a research on this. But you can never hear El-Rufai to come to attack that government in Zaria, in Emir or whatever, the caliphate or whatever they call it. You can never see him talk about it because it is secret thing. Today, are you hearing that they have a gold mine in the north? You cannot hear gold mine in the north. The northern Nigeria have been mining gold. There was a time they arrested somebody in the airport having about how many kilos of gold. Do you know where it come from? It come from the north. Are you hearing anything about illegal gold mining? You cannot hear that. You cannot hear something about illegal gold mining in the north. But if the gold mining were supposed to be in Oduduwa land, the military will be there to arrest, maim, and kill everybody that is mining gold there. If it is in Biafra land, you will see the military, they will come to take over the land and start mining the gold. But in the north, nobody here. Most of Nigeria don't know that Nigeria have gold mining in the north. And these Alhajis you see, do you know why in Nigeria that was in those days, there was something like if you want gold, go to Malam. Malam have gold. Do you know where the gold come from? Gold is that gold you are seeing that Malams are selling, or they are coming from northern Nigeria. When you see that Malams if you go to Lagos today, which people have the best gold in Lagos? Go to Lagos. You see Malam dealing on golds. Those golds are coming from Nigeria, and nobody is accounting for anything. But if it is in Niger Delta, if it is in Ebonyi State, you will see everybody, all the people in Abuja, they will be debating the gold mining in National Assembly. But nobody have ever debated or even accounted for the revenue from gold mining in northern Nigeria. You can't hear that because they are operating, they are in a different country, and Nigeria don't care to know. Everybody is busy doing business. Igbo man is busy doing business. He don't care what is going on in the northern Nigeria in government. He don't care what is going on in the southern Nigeria in government. He don't care anything. Only time he cares is when border is closed. He will begin to run around. And when you are shouting like this, they will be using their phone to watch you. And after they watch you, they will be thinking how many houses they have in Maiduguri. If you have a house in Maiduguri and you cannot leave the house, you sell it. You sell it or rent the house. Because after Biafra, we will reclaim everything that you own when you have the lances. If you have all the papers of your buildings and all that, we will reclaim it. That will not stop us from getting Biafra. And if you think that because of that you will not go back to Biafra land, you stay in the north. Because by the time this Biafra will begin to happen, even in peace, even when we have referendum to leave Nigeria in peace, they will kill you in the north. That is the fact. They will kill you in the north. So whenever there is a referendum coming and that we are going to separate in peace, because believe me, nobody wants to stay in Nigeria. Yorubas don't even want to stay in Nigeria anymore, and the Fulanis they know it. So by the time this separation and disintegration of Nigeria will happen, even in peace, they will kill you in the north first for provocation. So if you like, continue to stay there. They know you. Even if you have lived there for 50 years, they can never take you as their own. They can never take you as their own. When anything happens, you will be their first victim in the north. Even when we have not killed anybody in the south. Too. So it is a warning that I'm warning to you people today, that if anything is going to happen in Nigeria, that Nigeria is disintegrating, carry your bag, leave the north. Leave your properties, carry all your documents of your properties with you, and whenever the whole dust is settled, we can begin our international diplomatic work on property recovery and all that. But if you think that you want to stay there and protect your building, you will stay. You will not live to see that building and protect it. You will not even live to see Biafra. Because they will kill you, even without war. So most of you that are in the north, continue to stay in the north, continue to do your business. You will do the business and you will not see the life. When it will be the time for them to come to you, you will see that your business will not save you. You will see that even the woman you marry from there will not save you. Because these people are not human beings. If for example, the people who marry from Biafra land, nobody will touch them because we reason like human beings. But those of you who marry there and you live there, you think that will protect you? They will not protect you. Now, the issue of this security, regional security, like I said, the other time I make a video and I warn people from Edo State that they have taken over the forest, and within the next day they started seeing it. They also invaded, I think, a place in Bayelsa or Rivers also. So the people in the west, the people in this region, of this Biafra region, should beef up security, and the security must be a joint security, not like this south and southeast or whatever how they divide you. The Governor Wyke, who is now our role model, because Wyke is surprising everybody. Governor Wyke, if you are watching me on this video, believe me, you are surprising me and you are surprising a lot of people because of the way you are doing your thing these days. You are surprising a lot of people. That is not very usual for Nigerian politicians. What you are doing these days is really surprising to us. So, Governor Wyke, you can take that responsibility upon yourself and start to have a security meeting with other governors from the old Eastern region. Not just this. Stop. You people should, at least by yourself, stop this southeast, south, whatever. If you go to Abuja, you can allow them to divide you like that. But when you come back home, try to learn how to maintain that old Eastern region and protect yourself, protect the life and properties of people. You see how this military man you are accusing now of oil bongering will stop at nothing until he gets you or he gets your people. So the only thing we have to do now is to make sure you start having security meeting with all the governors of this region to see how to beef up the security issues as they affect the state. And when Edo State is being attacked, you don't allow Edo governor to solve it by himself. You people should make sure that you have a joint security outfit to combat this these Marandus Fulanis that have come to take Biafra land. You don't allow Edo governor to do it by himself. You don't allow Edo people that it is their problem. No, you have to come together. It is time, because these people mean business. These Fulanis mean business, and we cannot allow them. We cannot allow them to continue to take our land. You can also imagine that the presidency have given order to release about 608 Boko Haram members. These Boko Haram members are the Boko Haram members who have killed military men from Biafra land, who have killed Christians, who have killed people from Oduduwa Republic, who have killed Nigerians, who have killed foreign people, who have killed aid workers. They arrest them. Most of them were not even arrested, because how can the military arrest 600 people? They cannot arrest them. What they do is this Boko Haram will send this multitude of their members to go and hands up that they have repented. And on a mission, which the military are aware. The military are aware that these people are not repented. The military are aware that you cannot, a terrorist cannot come just like that and say he has repented without any supernatural intervention. The military know that these people are on a mission, and their mission is to come to infiltrate the security agencies, because most of them will be recruited into the army, and most of them will be recruited into the police. Now, these 608 people who have committed these atrocities, who have this ideology of as a terrorist, they will be released to the public, and they will be recruited to the army, into the army and into the police. For example, you know that the president approved about 400,000 police job to be recruited, 400,000 policemen to be recruited in Nigeria. So now, these people that are being released will have the first slots from these 400,000 policemen, and they will all be recruited into the police, and they will send them, because this is a long time program. This is not something that what is happening today. What this Wyke now, what Governor Wyke is complaining about, this oil bongering from a general commanding this 6th division, is something that they have planned many years ago, and now they send him to come to River State, where they have the oil, to start performing and carrying out his own duty, of which he was sent, and he was it was sent to this for many years ago. So it's something that they have planned. So the people that are being recruited into the police today, these 400,000 policemen that will be recruited, at least 30% of them will be Boko Haram members from the north. Or at least 30% will be Boko Haram apologists from the north. And they will be sent to the southern part of Nigeria to carry out the Boko Haram agenda, which is wiping out people, creating fear, creating terror, and all that. And today it is happening. Today it is happening in Yoruba land. Today it is happening in Biafra land. The police there, they are not human. The military there, they are not human. They kill at will. They kill at will. They have accidental discharge. They kill and tag you terrorists. They tag you criminal. There is a case in Enugu. There is a case of this Biafran in Enugu that they claim that he is a kidnapper. That is a kidnapper. How can you tag somebody a kidnapper? Did you see him kidnapping somebody? They say that is he have big amount in his account, and that's how they kill this guy. They kill this guy, and his family is running from pillar to pole. They are on the neck of the family on daily basis. The family no longer know peace in Enugu State because they claim that the guy have a large amount of money in his bank, so he must be a kidnapper. And for that reason, they killed this guy without no justification, without no trial, without no nothing. They killed him and they claim that he's a kidnapper. And today, nobody is talking about him. So when they kill you, when people are not there, they tag you a criminal. But when they kill you, when people are there, especially when people have the video, they say it's accidental discharge. Some of them don't even claim anything. Like the one the video I posted a few days ago, the man was driving truck and they asked the guy to pay 100 naira and the guy could not pay 100 naira. How many 50 cents. 50 cents ended his life. And if people were not there, they would tag him criminal. They would say he stole the car on that truck. They would tag him a lot of things. And this is what is going on in that country for many years. Like I've always said, those of you who are coming back from Nigeria, those of you in diaspora who are coming back from Nigeria, that you have traveled for Christmas and all that, and now you are coming back, you have to start giving us feedback. What did you see about Nigeria compared to where you are coming back to now? What did you see? What can you tell about Nigeria? What can you tell about your country, where you are coming from? Those of you that when we talk about Biafra in diaspora, you will be telling us Nigeria will be better. What can you tell about your country? You have traveled to your country and now you are coming back to your respective places. Can you share us the story? What do you have to say about your country? We need feedback from those of you who have traveled to Nigeria and now you are now coming back. Tell us, what do you see? And like I said, if you succeed in coming back in peace in Nigeria, from Nigeria, congratulations. It is time to celebrate, because the reason you come back or the reason you can fly back is not because you are righteous. It's not because you are lucky. It's not because you protected yourself. It's not because you paid 200,000 or 500,000 to all those policemen to carry all those stupid AK-47 to follow you, and you are doing a big boy because you are being protected. It is because God allowed you to go and see what the people like us are shouting for, so that you will live to tell the story when you come back. Now I'm asking you people to be bold, to start posting the pictures and videos of your place in your country, of your country where you visited to celebrate Christmas. Let us see. If you are proud of Nigeria after visiting Nigeria in 2019, you have a serious problem. And if you are not proud of Nigeria, then it is time you join the Biafra agitators and to disintegrate Nigeria, because that is the only way God will forgive you. Thank you all for joining me this evening, and wait for my next live video. And as soon as issues and incidents are happening, I will be there to feed you and create this awareness and tell you why Nigeria must be disintegrated. Thank you for your time. We have spent about almost 2 hours. Thank you. See you next time. Well, wait for my video tomorrow. I will be posting video about Wyke talking to to that GOC of 6th Division and accusing him of oil bongering. So for you to know, and you can hear from Wyke himself. And also, if you know Wyke and you are watching this video, forward this video to all the governors in the south, and southeast, which is the Biafra Old Eastern region, which is the Biafra region. Forward this message to them and let them start pondering and start going into action to make sure we have our own security outfit. Thank you very much. Good night.